Creating an effective social media strategy for musicians involves several key steps for artists to engage with potential fans, promote music, and build a brand. In this video, we are going to talk about the key platforms and how each one can be used for artists to reach and engage with more fans. After all, you can never have too many fans. Let's discuss each of these steps in greater detail. Key takeaways on building a social media strategy for musicians. By the time you have finished watching this video, you will have a greater understanding on how you can use social media platforms to grow your music following, be able to build a social media marketing plan to further build your music career, understand and have confidence in your abilities to grow your music career. 1. Define your brand and objectives. What is your unique selling point? Your unique selling point is the factor that sets you apart from other artists. Why should people listen to your music? What is it about your music that fans like so much? Just as in any business, a music artist still needs his or her own way of building value, even if it's only perceived value in your music. Perhaps the best way to build a significant USP for a musician lies in work on your hooks. Are you providing them with earworms that they are still thinking about hours after listening to your music? If so, you can count yourself a winner. The sign of a great song is the fact that people are still thinking about it long after listening to it. An example of this is an Italian artist called Francesco Gabbani. I've been learning Italian for around 2 years now, and I found Francesco Gabbani's music last week. The main hook to his song, La Rete, was still going through my mind long after listening to the song. It's particularly important when you're learning a language because you are building more interests in someone who is only just learning your language. Set clear and measurable goals. You need to set clear, measurable goals, such as increasing followers by 20%, selling a certain number of albums, or getting more gig bookings. Keep an eye on the different analytics programs. For your own website, you can use sites like Google Analytics, Fathom, or Abralytics to build up a significant picture of your analytics. This will help you to understand your followers, how long they are on your site, how they found your site, and their demographics. This will help you in planning your shows and where to perform, as well as simply understanding your website's performance. Number 2, choose the right platforms in your social media strategy for musicians. Focus on platforms where your target market are already hanging out. For instance, I know that my target audience are on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and they are the kinds of people who watch and take interest in micro-content videos. These are vertical videos of less than 1 minute in length. Therefore, I should be sharing my posts, videos, and my music on these sites and in the short video format. My audience are mainly young men of between 18 and 44 years of age and live in the UK and America. These are the kinds of people who love to make music with different technology. Number 3, content strategy. Your social media strategy for musicians should involve multiple formats. As a musician, you are expected to create professional standard qualities of all formats of content. Therefore, all of your content has to be impeccable. Therefore, you should develop a mix of content types. These should include behind-the-scenes footage, sneak peeks of new music, live sessions, and personal stories. Making a variety of formats keeps your audience engaged. Create a content calendar. Using a content calendar keeps you organized and saves a significant amount of time and stress in searching for subjects to write about. I am a big fan of Canva's content calendar. It is easy to use and you can always find exactly what you should be writing about. The content calendar can also be used to schedule social media posts on various different sites. 4. Engagement tactics and your social media strategy for musicians. Actively engage with your audience. Always make sure that you respond to comments, participate in trends, use live streams to connect in real time, and consider collaborations with other artists. Don't dismiss anyone. Also, if you feel like making an entirely different genre, go for it. It is always a good move to show empathy and respect for all the people who will comment on your social media posts. How would you like it if people ignored you? Therefore, ensure that you treat everyone who comments exactly how you would wish to be treated yourself. Use user-generated content. You may find that fans want to make cover versions of your songs. In this case, they may give you the right to use it in your own social media content. You may even want to publish it on your next release, if it is good enough. Therefore, always embrace user-generated content and encourage fans to share their own stories or experiences related to your music. 5. Analytics and adaptation. Just as I advised earlier in this video, it is important that you keep an eye on your analytics. If you've read other posts that I have made, you may have found that I take what sites like Google Analytics indicate with a pinch of salt. Google Analytics is very often wildly inaccurate. However, other sites are inaccurate too. So, what do I suggest you do about this? I recommend that you also use a platform's own analytics services. For instance, if you want to check on the analytics of your YouTube videos, my advice is to keep an eye on YouTube Analytics at analytics.youtube.com. Likewise, if you want to check on the analytics of your Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, etc., I recommend that you check on the analytics that are provided on the platform and prioritize them above any other analytics service. Test different posting times. It is always a good idea to experiment with different posting times. This goes for your blog as well as other social media platforms. Also, try experimenting with different times when you are posting different formats of content. You will be able to reach more people as a result of doing this. Perhaps YouTube is a good example of this. The best times for me to publish a video are currently between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. A couple of weeks ago, this was between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. Before that, the best times for me to post were between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Keep an eye on this and post your content when you find more people are online and able to read, watch, or listen to your content. 6. Promotions and advertising and your social media strategy for musicians. Investing in social media advertising. It is a good idea to consider investing in social media advertising to reach a larger audience and gain new followers. Target your ads based on interests, demographics, and behaviors that align with your fan base. Targeting specific geographic locations has its pros and cons. It is cheaper to advertising in the developing world and in poorer countries. However, you have to remember that people don't necessarily have the money to invest in your music, merch, or gig tickets. If you do perform live, it is also important to target the cities that you will be performing in. Running contests and giveaways. Running contests and giveaways to increase engagement and reward your followers can be fun for everyone involved. It can also increase your email list, social media followers, and much more, as these things have the potential to go viral and attract many more people. 2 terrific sites that will allow you to do this are KingSumo and UpViral. The former is the cheapest option. However, you shouldn't overlook UpViral as there are a lot of benefits to using it. 7. Cross-promotion. I recommend that you only use 3 major social media platforms. However, it is important to interlink each of these and also your website. The reason that I recommend only using 3 platforms is because you need to focus on the best platforms for your own music. For instance, if you're looking to attract women, Pinterest would be a good option. Platforms will give you the opportunity to link to other sites. Therefore, it is important to make the most of every opportunity. Cross-promote your content. It is also a good idea to cross-promote your content across different platforms. Share your content as widely as possible. However, going back to what I just said, you need to focus on around 3 platforms. What you can do, and this is a word of wisdom, is to use plugins like Revive Old Posts, IFTTT, and other scheduling services to send your content to other sites. You don't have to focus on them, but just go all out to share your content as widely as you can. Therefore, tailor it to the format and audience of each platform. 8. Stay updated and flexible. Keep up with the latest trends. Keep up with the latest trends and algorithm changes on each platform to ensure your strategy remains effective. Different platforms are forever experimenting with different formats to try and get better than major competitors. Therefore, you should keep an eye on these changes. Ensure that you can get the best results from social media platforms at all times. It is not enough to set it and forget it. If one of your main platforms has a complete algorithmic makeover, are you ready for the changes that would be enforced as a result? If a site becomes outdated, obsolete, and/or you are sure you can get better results elsewhere, be ready to make these changes. You need to be where your fans are. Therefore, make sure that you can adapt and move when the time is right. By following these steps, musicians can build a robust online presence that enhances their visibility, engages fans, and helps grow their careers in the digital age. Have you got your free copy of the Complete Guide to Music Marketing yet? With expert advice, resources, and aha moments, this really is a must-have. Plus, it's free for now. I'm going to make it available as a paperback, as an audiobook, and as a Kindle ebook in the run-up to Christmas. So make sure it's on your Christmas list for 2024. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. When you subscribe, please also hit the bell so that you are notified as and when a new video is available right here on Krannaken TV. I will see you in the next video.